Welcome back to the channel. This is the reasons why we at the Island Farmacy created this CPD program for the pharmacists and other healthcare professionals in Mauritius. So the idea is you put a plan in place to prevent healthcare professionals deskilling themselves and stagnating. And the way that you prevent that is by ongoing professional development. There is a saying that says if you take care of your people, your business will be more likely to succeed. And that's the ethos behind the Island Pharmacy's push to ensure that you and your employees have a plan of action to keep them moving forward in your careers and to keep your business moving forward and to keep your patients safe and sound with effective treatment with the latest and most advanced ways of learning. So with CPD, the big challenge is to keep everyone motivated, and a strategic CPD plan for your organization is so important. And individually, you have to have a plan as to what your CPD will look like for the year. Plan CPD, because throughout the year you will find little unplanned moments of learning that you have, but have a planned CPD plan. Now, individually, again, you need to understand if you don't invest in your CPD, then you will stagnate and you will de-skill and you will put yourself and your patients at risk from not following the latest and most modern advancements in education. So with that said, there is a strapline that you can think about. Together we develop and together we will grow. So I'm going to break this down into 3 parts. The first part is about strengthening yourself. The second part is about understanding the importance of CPD, and the third part is closing the loop, assurances that CPD is embedded. So for a long time now, I'm 25 years qualified or more. I've always promoted the importance of CPD, and then the General Pharmaceutical Council, and previous to that the Royal Pharmaceutical Society in the UK, they made CPD mandatory, which meant that the 20 or 30 of people that I used to work with, coach, lead, that became a mandatory issue for everybody. Fortunately, we already had a system in place of continuing education and continuing professional development, and that evolved into creating bespoke CPD modules at the time, so little bits of training that we would design and deliver ourselves. Now, since my arrival in Mauritius, that's just been an evolution here. So the Island Pharmacy has created this platform, and I knew the platform was good, simple and to the point. It's modern, it's functional, and it can help take every Mauritian healthcare professional, currently pharmacy professionals, to the next level. And the Pharmacy Council in Mauritius approved the Island Pharmacy CPD courses. So it's given up to 600 pharmacists the opportunity to access the portal, do their CPD and get recognized and accredited for it. And the portal will have many more benefits, and you will find a lot more benefits coming from the portal. A lot of you are receiving the emails and the newsletters to keep you informed with snippets, current events, latest information, but there's also other things coming up in the future. So if you sign up and finish a continuing education course with us, a CPD course, the necessary paperwork is going to be taken care for you. All you do is log in, complete the activity and submit the assessment, and your CPD points are sent automatically to the Pharmacy Council at the end of every calendar month. So it's possible and likely that the system's seminar webinar, so we've got some seminar webinar courses on here, so it's possible that those will help people remember information differently. So as you get used to doing things a little bit differently, you find that your learning is different. So the impact of these additional credits, so these have been accredited for 4 CPD points as opposed to just the 1 for the online course. The learning can show that behavior has changed, and the CPD can improve you further if you find that these changes are improving the work that you do. And you do this via reflective practice. So you look at yourself practicing after doing CPD, whether that's the online courses or the more in-depth seminar courses. All of this information can be recorded again easily through the portal, and all the materials that you need to do all of this work is already given to you, and anything you need to submit you can do in under 2 minutes depending on your internet connection. And the final part is about closing the loop. How do you know that your CPD is actually effective and affecting people at the front of your service, your patients? So for a long time, this has been the conundrum many businesses and many regulatory bodies have tried to solve, but it's difficult to measure the effectiveness of any training to figure out if there's a return on investment. And it's not always the training itself that's good or bad, although you do please feel free to give feedback whether you find the training useful or not. But rather, it's the lack of follow-up, the lack of checking to make sure that the learning is embedded. So through the Island Pharmacy, we try to tackle this. We tackle this by asking you to send in visual demonstrations of the learning that you've put. We ask you to complete the online assessment. We ask you to submit some reflective practices. And all of this work together gives us assurances that you are training and learning and continuing to improve. And then as we submit your points to the Pharmacy Council, they have the assurances that those learning points are being taken on and are being successfully delivered to your patients and to your communities. So again, just to re-emphasize just the final point, the combination of the visual demonstrations, the reflective practices and the online assessment, it creates a closed loop model, okay? And that guarantees that the knowledge that you're learning is being internalized and then being externalized to your communities. And that's what I have to say about the Island Pharmacy's CPD website. I hope you use it. Really hope that you can learn a lot from it and then come back. It's going to be yours, so you give feedback and we'll develop it how you want it. We'll tailor it. This is a very first version 1 version. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Share the video with other pharmacists. Make sure that they're aware of it. If you're not watching from Mauritius, then, and if you want this in your system, then, you know, please reach out. The links in the bio, and then we will make this happen in your area. We'll just have to reach out to your regulatory bodies and get some approvals. But if you want to just do the courses out of your own time, then feel free to reach out to us and we'll get something sorted out for you. Take care. Bye bye.